Hey guys, this is a list of 10 easy gifts for drummers. I've been drumming for about 15 years, so I can give you some good advice on this topic. If you want an even bigger list, then do check out my website. You can Google 50 gifts for drummers, and you should be able to see the result from electronicdrumadvisor.com, so you can check that out. Alternatively, you can also check the link in the description to get that. I've also included links in the description for each of these. Not all the makes and models are exactly the same, but they'll be pretty similar. Okay, the first and probably most important, although the least fun, is the topic of ear protection. As an absolute bare minimum, is to use foam earplugs like this. The problem with these is that they generally muffle the sound far too much. Next up are these musicians' earplugs. I wear these sometimes while drumming, but also while going to concerts and gigs. They usually have a filter which will block out some of the unwanted frequencies, and you can still get some good clarity. Also, you have bigger noise isolating earphones like this. These are Vic Firth stereo isolation headphones. You can use those on an acoustic kit or electronic. The rest of the items on this list are in no particular order. These are practice pads. If the drummer that you're buying for does not own a practice pad, then this is a really, really good gift option. These come in different sizes, and they're very, very useful for practicing sticking patterns, rudiments, practicing your rebound, and so on. And they're usually very quiet. So I would definitely recommend one of these. If you're buying one, and if the drummer does not already have one, I'd recommend getting a small enough one. This is a 6-inch practice pad. It's very easy to bring around, very easy, and does not take up much space. The next one is a very simple one, and this is the idea of cymbal washers and felts. These are used on cymbal stands, and they stop cymbals from cracking in the inner hole, which is definitely very important because cymbals tend to cost quite a lot of money when you get to the mid and pro level. You can get the Zildjian Drum Survival Kit, which includes a bunch of different handy items that drummers can often misplace and forget at the worst possible moment, such as right before playing a gig or recording something. So that's definitely something that's worth getting. The next are simply just a pair of drumsticks. These come in different shapes and sizes. In general, the slightly more expensive ones are usually a lot better. Good brands include Vic Firth, Vater, ProMark, and a few others. These ones are Vic Firth. Keep in mind the sizes of the drumsticks, so make sure to try and figure out what size drumsticks that your drummer actually likes to use. These ones are 5A size. There are lots of other sizes, so do check that out before buying. The next one is a drum tuner. These are very handy, and tuning drums can be quite an art and quite difficult, particularly for beginners. These help quite a lot. You simply press these onto the edge of the drum head as you're tuning with the drum key, and this pressure pin and meter changes. So it's quite handy to have. These are also useful in gig situations. The next gift idea is an electronic drum set. These can be a lot more affordable than you might think. The entry-level models have improved an awful lot over the last few years. They used to be quite bad, to be honest. For example, the Alesis Nitro Mesh kit now includes all mesh heads. The quality of the drum modules have improved a lot as well. So yeah, you can get some pretty good ones in the entry-level range. As you're going to higher end or mid-range to high-end models, Alesis also have some pretty good ones. But Roland and Yamaha are two of the best ones, and they really provide high-quality sets, although they usually are quite pricey, but you do get what you pay for, and the quality is usually very high on those. The next one is a simple stick bag. Stick bags are pretty self-explanatory and very handy to put lots of things such as your drumsticks, drum keys. You can even probably fit a small practice pad there, cymbal washers and felts, and so on. Moongel damper pads are very popular amongst drummers that play acoustic drum sets. You simply put these on the top of the drum heads, on the top heads, and also sometimes on the bottom heads, and they can really reduce the amount of ringing and overtones on the drum. This can provide for a much fatter type of sound, and it can be useful for both live and recording situations. An even easier gift is the humble drum key. Drum keys constantly get lost at the worst possible times. These are absolutely vital to be able to tune drums, to be able to tweak hardware such as cymbal stands and drum pedals. So drummers can never have enough of these. And lastly, we have double bass drum pedals. Although not used for every genre of music, as a stereotype, they're heavily used in metal music, and they can range from pretty affordable to very, very expensive. So be sure to check with the drummer if they'd be interested in actually getting a double pedal, and if they have any particular preferences. I'll link in the description to one of these. So that's a list of 10 gifts for drummers. If you want to see an even bigger list, I've put together a list of the best 50 gifts for drummers on my website. Check the link in the description for that. And please do like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos. I do have 1 or 2 more videos coming up soon, which will also be useful as drum gifts, such as virtual drumming products. So please do subscribe if you're interested in that. Thanks for watching.